Good evening and welcome to AFL NT's coverage of round 2 action. Nightcliff Tigers taking on the Waratah Football Club. It's going to be an absolute rip-snorter. Nightcliff coming off a round 1 loss against the Saints. And Waratah super impressive. Joining me on the commentary table, we'll roll with Damien Hale. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Nico. Good to be here. What a night.
It's a great night, isn't it, mate? You had a good look at Waratah last week?
Yeah, they played well last week, and admittedly, Palmerston's just getting used to the new season and new coach and the like. But I thought I was impressed with Tars. They certainly have some good midfielders. So I'm looking forward to this battle in the middle, and I already see that it looks like John O'Paris is lining up in there. Who's that in the ruck there? I can't quite pick up the number, but Wilkins will go first for Waratahs.
Yeah, my word as the umpire holds the ball aloft. Round 2 action coming to you live from Nightcliff. Battle of the Beaches underway, and that's what I like to call a bit of a stitch-up to get underway. An umpire having a bit of a mare there.
Not a good, it's not a good start.
Yeah, we'll do it all again, though, Big Damo.
It's probably only been practicing all week.
So we'll do it again. Nice crowd building here at Nightcliff. Of course, they just unveiled the 2021 flag earlier, and we're back underway. And the first clearance going the way of Turnbull. Pops it up to half forward. Good start from Waratah. It's a handball away. This is Robbie Turnbull. Deep inside 50. Nightcliff players fly. Collis. Nice gripping tackle. Wills for Nightcliff gets a handball away. And they'll look to settle it. Robbie Turnbull just dropped that one. They're going back inside 50 again. Big nice kick in Nyhouse coming over the top. Getting that one dead. Damo.
Yeah, early clearance there for Turnbull. Followed up as well. Got a second possession, which was good. And he'll be dangerous tonight. Nightcliff obviously no Brody Philo. So they're going to have to, the midfielders are going to have to find 35 touches that Philo would usually get for him.
For my word, he does. He's a good operator. In the middle is Philo. Back underway. That one could have been in the back. Umpire letting it roll.
Yeah, it was just Thomas Cree there. Put his body in there hard for the ball and forced the ball up. That was good play. Not an easy exit coming there for Nightcliff, so more pressure on them.
Ball thrown up. Deep in the pocket. That's a bit of a stinking kick. Here's Magro. He kicked 5 last week, the great man. You'll see that mullet flying around tonight. His Holt fits under pressure, gets a handball away. Looking to clear it here, Nightcliff. Just can't get a handle on it. And that kick comes out from Holt Fitz again. And nicely punched over the line.
Yeah, young McGregor there, just killing that ball, but not a bad result for Waratahs either. You know, it was a good little bit of pressure there.
Marley McGregor, good size about him. He played well last week.
Yeah, just a kid, just coming through the ranks.
Oh, word, we're literally on the fence here at Darwin Mazda Oval, Nightcliff. Umpire Sam Cunningham there.
Yeah, I've been impressed early with Waratah's intensity. They'll need to keep that up for 4 quarters.
Ball thrown back up. Nice tap there coming from Wilkins, the big fella. And they're away through Wills. Chucks it on the right. Up to half forward. Gooch over the back. Couldn't quite drag it down. Spinning through the tackle. Trying to get it out here, Nightcliff. And the umpire will do it all again.
Yeah, I just noticed there, Nightcliff, Waratahs will just need to, Nico, make sure they don't let Nightcliff get easy entries. They need to make sure they continue to put that pressure on them.
Here's Daniel Bowles, good user of the pill, and that's no exception. Here's McGregor, plays on, gets wrapped up in the Gooch tackle. Could have been holding the pill. Wilson in the eyelet direction. The eyelet. Runs around, kick on the way. It's nice off the boot. It's just to the top of the square. Big fly from the side. Ball pops back out. Top of the square action. Fitz gets dragged down. They're away Waratah with numbers. Look to feed it out via hands. Here's Collis. Had about 1 million touches last week. And Karanua out on that outer side.
Millions, a lot of touches, Nico.
It sure is. May have put a bit of mail on that demo. They go into the middle now. Here's Brody Carroll. Co-captain, up to half forward. This is a good build-up from Waratah.
Yeah, good ball movement.
Bowed, pops it over the top. Collis again.
Kept running.
Bit of gut running if you don't mind. Kick inside 50, Nyhouse just slaps it forward. Magro, that wild mullet flying around. He couldn't get a hold of it. And Nightcliff will look to clear it. Not the best of kicks. Waratah with the numbers here. Lovely work there from Wills feeding it out. Wilson's got a bit of room now to move. Comes across the ground. Dangerous kick. Umpire lets that one go. They're away now. Well, not quite. Waratah again. All the pressure early. Kiranua uses the body well. Ball pops out. It's Turnbull off the deck. Magro around the corner. Point.
Oh, he's dangerous. He's dangerous. Already you can see they've got both.
the first quarter. My boy Magro just kicked an absolute ridiculous goal to get his first for the night. Ryan Moo has scored for Nightcliff. Nice little chip as we're up on centre wing, right in front of us. Here he is, Magro. Have a look at the great man. Just racking him up willy-nilly. Oh, it's a nice bump over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
He's got some good skills, Magro. Waratahs will be happy with this start, Nico. They're in the game. They're up and about. Their midfielders are going not too bad. Both midfields are sort of playing a little bit separate of each other. A lot of loose play at the moment, but it'll settle down as the game gets on, and we'll have more sort of people pairing off.
Ball thrown in. Here's Wills charging through like a bull. Hands to Brown. Holt fits. Gets tackled. Kick away. Camiola just gets a little shove in the back. Umpire lets that one go. Waratah looking to clear this one, and that goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. So as I said, 2-1-13. Waratah Nightcliff 1-1-7. We've gone 18 minutes in the opening quarter here in Nightcliff.
Heavy rotations, both sides rotating well.
So are we, Haley.
Yeah, absolutely.
My word. As Waratah Nightcliff arrive in numbers. Waratah with a quick kick. Centre wing, here's Magro.
He got the free kick there, Boobsy.
Let's have a look at that mullet, though, on the great man. He's just gone off screen now. And they're going to turn this one over. Nightcliff, or Collis gets dumped. Nice play here from Nightcliff, although that kick's gone wide. Eyelet flies and takes a great mark.
Yeah, there was no reason why he should have marked that then. He came from the side, but I think
the free kick
has been given to Trent Melville.
Give it to Cam Eyelet.
Cam Eyelet's never out of the contest, is he? Like that time he was about third or fourth in line and still marked it.
Melville around the corner. Sausage.
Bread and butter for him, those ones, aren't they? Trent Melville been instrumental in the resurgence of Nightcliff over the last 3 years, and Cheney medalist, kicked 5 in the grand final a couple of years ago and was outstanding. I think 3 of those were out from outside 50, and he's been a real find for the club, and hopefully he plays on for many years to come for the Tigers.
2-1 apiece here at Nightcliff. Nightcliff and Waratah. Battle of the Beaches kind of set up. Off to a flying. It's probably game of the round for mine, Haley.
Well, Waratahs have had a history in the last few years of doing very well against Nightcliff early in the season, particularly, and they match up well. And plus, both midfields are loaded, other than Philo not playing, but I'm impressed with who the Tars have in the middle at the moment as well.
As we're about to get underway. Ball thrown up. Nice tap there coming from Wilkins. It's Philip Wills for Nightcliff. Real up and under sort of setup. Collis reads it best off the pack. And could be away here. Robbie Turnbull in a bit of space. Goes backwards with the hands to Collis. Works into trouble. Nice smother from Wills. And he gets a free kick. Phil Wills. He's a good operator as well. We are right in amongst the Waratah crowd, and they are hating that call. Here's Trent Melville.
I think it was more about Paris giving Collis a little bit of a touch-up afterwards, and very lucky not to have that free kick reversed then.
Nice ball coming over the top of Eyelet. Quick kick. Nightcliff trying to arrive there with numbers. Nice clearing kick. It's going to come back. No drop mark. Karanua sitting on that one. They work it out now. Nightcliff with numbers. Quick kick inside 50. Umpire says play on, not 15. Moo fires out the handball. It's a good one. Quick kick. It's gone left. And then a band's on the full.
Certainly Ryan Moo adds that little bit of spark to the forward line. In that, the pressure, the speed, the pressure. Nice sure hands and dished out that handball well. He didn't play last week, and they certainly missed him, the Tigers. I actually sponsor him as well, so I better be clear about that, Nico.
Bit of a plug for yourself there, Damien Hale there.
Plug for
player sponsor, obviously.
Ryan Moo, they paid me full odds. They made me pay full toed odds, and he's only about 4 foot tall. I was looking for half price, Nico.
Quick kick. Waratah working this up to half forward. Karanua stands under it. Awkward bounce. That man cops one high. Humper lets that one go. And they're away now here through Turnbull. The co-captain, that's a beautiful kick. Great work.
I think both Turnbull and Wills have been instrumental early. I think they might be playing on each other. So it appears that, early on, as I said, early on in these games, often people will just settle into the game, and then you'll start to find where your matchups and with your rotations, who you end up on. But I think at the moment both Wills and Turnbull have been pretty instrumental for their teams. And Philip Wills always in and hard at the footy, as you saw down here, a great smother and leads from the front, the captain.
That one's just gone through for a behind, Jake Bowd. So 2-1, 13 to Nightcliff Waratah, 2-2, 14. We've gone 22.5 minutes in the opening quarter.
They're the opportunities you need to hit those ones. Bowd would be pretty disappointed in that kick, and Tars need to make sure they get reward for their work.
And there we go, quarter time here at Nightcliff. As we just said, Nightcliff 2-1 at 13 to Waratah, leading by a point, 2-2-14. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL season. Waratah and Nightcliff down at Nightcliff Oval. Good start by both teams. A bit of an arm wrestle early. Damo.
Yeah, both midfields are just trying to get on top of each other, and Wills has been good for Nightcliff. Wilson, very good through there also, and as well as the Collis boys and Cree and Turnbull have found plenty of the footy as well for the Tars. So as I said, it'll settle down, and you'll start to see, probably the speed of the game will drop a little bit. It was very quick first quarter. The speed of the game will drop a little bit, and we'll have a little bit more, probably less errors, and a little bit of a cleaner contest once things settle. But certainly a good first quarter, and the Tars are right in this, as we knew they would be, Nick.
Goal kickers for Nightcliff, Ryan Moo, Trent Melville, and meanwhile Waratah, Jaden Magro kicked an absolute rip snorter. And Harrison Kitski for Waratah as we're back in the middle and about to get back underway. Ball gets thrown up. And the quick clearing inside 50 for Nightcliff. McGregor gets it now. Wheels around on that right foot. Top of the square, Cam Eilert. And that's bounced through for a goal. So
yeah,
good start.
It's probably a couple of goal breeze, and all day that's certainly been the scoring end. So as our viewers are watching to the right of the screen, so you'll see that the majority of those goals will be kicked to that end. It is a slight breeze, probably a couple of goal breeze. So the danger now for Waratahs after a good first quarter is to make sure that they stay nice and tight and work hard to bring this ball up into the breeze, and don't let Nightcliff obviously blow the game away right now. So the next 5 or 10 minutes will be vital for the Tars.
That goal coming in under 40 seconds. Back in the middle. McGregor gets his first for Nightcliff, first for the night. Umpires picked out a free kick here, holding on. It's going to go the Nightcliff way. Looks like it may have gone against Collis. So in the middle. Going to look to bring it sideways. Nyhouse is out in space. Gets held up, pops it over the top. Nice little kick. They're working this nicely. Here's Eilert. As soon as that ball goes down there, Damo, I can't see much. Might have to pull it.
Moo just dished it out. Wilson's caught one in the back. Tars look like they're holding strong. It's over in front of the balcony, so there'd be plenty of advice being given out.
My word. So I just try and slip the old windows on. Spectacles, Damo. Your glasses are working well this evening. Ball thrown up. Deep pocket. Straight out of the ruck. Quick kick. Over the back and through for a behind.
A little bit dark over in that forward pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The Waratahs will be happy with that result. Didn't need another goal.
So 3-1-19 to 2-2-14. Nightcliff up by 5. Kick out of full back. Wilkins can't quite drag that one down. Ball's going to go over the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, good result there for Tars in the end. Brody Carroll just being pushed over the sideline, and that's a win for Tars, just to get the ball outside their 50 and reset and get some numbers around this contest. Mix in, don't all get on the one side.
Right in front of the Nightcliff bench, Wilson. Sort of like a half-turn karate kick. Here's Wills, bursting out of that pack, gets run down. Holding the ball, nice tackle.
Was a good tackle.
That ball's going to come back every day of the week.
Willsy was out then, and a little bit of desperation, which you certainly need when playing the Tigers.
The ball's just a little chipper over the top to Cree.
Getting a bit of it early, Cree.
Here's Gooch. Super reliable centre-half back for Waratah. That wasn't the best kick, hung up in the air. Here's Moo. It's a kick up to half forward. They fly. Ball on the deck. Cam Eilert. Out and bounds on the full.
Yeah, Nightcliff players stayed down. 2 Waratahs players went up. A little bit of lack of communication then. Nearly cost them.
Nightcliff just looked to be settled nicely into this game now, Damo.
Yeah, Yeah, they're leaders. They've got some really good leaders that have played a lot of footy up here, so they'll be rallying them. But you know, Tars just need to be a little bit patient. This is a better build-up coming out as well, so don't rush it. Try to get the overlap, try to get some run and switch and carry out of your back half.
Here's Turnbull. Feeds a handball out. It's Collis under immense pressure. Look to feed it out now. He's going without it. Nightcliff on the outside. This ball will have to be thrown up. No, hold the pill. So going the way of Waratah. Didn't really see the free in that demo.
Nah, wiser man than me with the whistle.
Oh, my word. I'd love to see you on the whistle. So Collis in the middle of the ground is going to work it sideways. Nice little chipper drop mark there from Cadillac. And they've turned this one over. A really dangerous spot. The kick. Nice defense there, 2-on-1, but it's just going to pop over the top and easy as you like. Melville.
Yeah, they hurt. That, you know, the idea was right, you know, to look to switch the play, but sometimes across the turnover zone there, you need to make sure that that's a 100% kick. But the idea was right, and I think Waratahs need to continue to attack the game like that. The switch, had he marked it and they were out, unfortunately the error came, and Nightcliff over the last few years have probably been the best at punishing sides for their mistakes. And good sides will do that to you, but I think Waratah should continue to back themselves, continue to try to bring it into the corridor, and then it opens up the whole field to them, rather than being stuck kicking down lines and making it very easy for Nightcliff to defend. So you put up with the error. Sometimes it happens. You get on with the next bit of play.
Trent Melville's got 2. Nightcliff have kicked the last 3, if you don't mind. Back in the middle. Look to work this one out. Waratah. Macro charges through. Couldn't quite drag it in. We'll have a stoppage.
Yeah, Sneed nice and tough and hard in there. The 24 for the Tars. That's what the coach Ayres would like to see.
So the slap backward to Collis. He gets taken out of it. He's going to cop one high.
Oh, careful, Macro.
Macro just
Oh, he's aggro, Macro.
Oh, he's winding up the big boy.
Oh, look out.
Gets me up and about when he gets going. Bit of a shove in the back there. Ball on the deck. Oh, that's some clever play. Dragged down. It's just gone across the face there from Brodie Carroll. And Macro's going on with it.
Going on.
Yeah, he's going on with it, the big boy.
You stay with the play, Nico. I'm going to watch the fight.
Yeah, my words. That's what you do. Although they've broken it up.
Macro had the mullet in the knot there for a moment, didn't he? He wasn't happy.
Yeah, he's a good operator. Good after-hours operator, I reckon, too. This one's coming back in from Collis. Dangerous kick, but it's all Nightcliff down there, and Brown taking the defensive mark. I'll look to move this on the outer side. Just got plenty of numbers around the ball here, Nightcliff. Quick hands, Nyhouse. Just a bit clumsy with that one. Just lets that one over the line. Collis lets him know about it too.
Yeah, it was well done by Tars then to shut that down. Nightcliff had got out. A few of the Tars boys were walking back through the middle, and a couple of them walking out of their forward 50. And good defensive mark from Brown, the former captain of the team, who the drought-breaking skipper. Took a good defensive, timely defensive mark.
Ball thrown back in on that outer flank. Nightcliff clear this one. Bit of candy being sold on that outer side. Collis with the tackle. That's a good tackle too. What's the umpire pinged here? Holding the ball.
Might have got the dangerous tackle.
Oh, dangerous. The sling tackle, was it?
Sling tackle.
And they're away again. Nightcliff on that outer side. Kick up to half forward. Easily defended over the line.
Interesting to watch the fitness of the sides, and one of the things you can see, Nico, is when sides power away from stoppages, to see which midfield's the fitter, and trying to get those outside, uncontested possessions. So we know that the more possessions you can get uncontested, the less chance you have of making errors. So you need to see. It will be interesting to see which team continues to power away from stoppages and who can't keep up.
Waratah. Fair to say they need the next. Feeling the pressure a bit here. They just clear that one. 2 Nightcliff as fly. Collis, it's wrapped up. Managed to get the kick away. He's turned it over, although drop mark. Plenty of time and space, so that ball's coming back in. And drop mark again. Eilert taking it. He's going to get a free kick. Cammy Eilert. That could be Fitty. That's Cameron Islet.
Once again, it was a sling tackle was the signal. So I think the initial tackle was fine. And the umpire said that he's probably gone on with it a little bit too long. So you drop the mark, you give away the free kick for the sling tackle. It sort of compounds, the two errors compound. And now, you know, knowing Cam Islet, this could cost Waratah 6 points. And they really do need to now look at getting the next goal should he kick this.
Cammy Islet get his first for the night. Kick on the way is beautiful off the boot. He likes it.
He's done that a few times, hasn't he, over the journey?
Yeah, my word, he has.
He just goes back and he makes them pay. And that's what good forwards, that's what good footballers do. And you cannot question the endeavour and the effort and the enthusiasm of the Waratahs boys. But little moments of lack of concentration, drop the mark, then the free kick, and then Cameron Islet goes back and just makes you ultimately pay the full price. And you know, this is what I spoke about earlier in the quarter. Waratahs need to really dig in here and keep in the game, because Nightcliff are very good at powering away from teams at this particular time in the game.
Nightcliff have kicked the last 4. They're starting to get a bit of a stranglehold here. And they'll look to get this centre clearance as they pile in. Here's Magro. Goes on the right. It's top of the square action. Nyhouse just quickly gets it out of there. Wills couldn't drag it in. Nightcliff with the numbers. They've held it up well for now, Waratah. They're almost away. They are. Pops over the top. Here's Wilson, one of the fastest units in the NTFL. He can't get it. It's better movement here from Waratah. Gooch just to the top of the 50. Karanua putting the pressure on. Goes to ground. Can't drag it in. And Wills again. He's had a bit of it tonight, Damo.
Yeah, he's been good, Wills. Very good.
So, but that one's turned over and it's coming back in. That's a good kick, although just over the head. Nyhouse quickly under pressure. Risky kick into the middle of the ground. Might pay off here. Holt Fitz. Dragged down as he kicks it. And Waratah with the numbers. Yeah. Closing down space nicely at Nightcliff. This is good pressure from Nightcliff.
Just pressing in.
And there's that pressure building. Gooch. Magro.
Yeah. Good decision there. Paid them both ways. You don't mind seeing that, Nico. If they're going to pay those free kicks for the going on with the tackle, pay them both ways. That's good.
Collis at half forward. Players streaming inside. Oh, just a drop mark there. So they'll look to move it out of there quickly again, Nightcliff. We've done that a bit tonight. Just quickly get it out of there. Holt Fitz. Ryan Moo. Doesn't quite get there first. Goes off a deck, Holt Fitz. Pops out. Waratah. Does well. Gets a handball off to Reynolds. His kick up to half forward. Big clash at centre half forward for Waratah. And McGregor clearing it out to Wills. He's had an absolute mountain of it tonight. That ball just hits the deck for now. The kick inside 50. It's a big one.
Yeah, you look at Waratah's across half forward's a real problem for them at the moment. And I don't know what the answer is, whether you get Gooch to stay there at centre half forward and to give them a target. But they're struggling to take a mark in that area. So when you're not marking the ball in your forward 50, there's no rest for your back line. There's no rest for your wingers and your midfielders. And that's what's happening. Nightcliff are getting great rebound ball out of half back. Waratahs would give anything to get a mark 30 metres out so they can have a shot at goal and just take some time off the clock and allow them to regroup. But at the moment, it's like a rubber ball hitting a wall, and it's just coming straight back out of their half-forward line way too easy.
5-2-32 to Waratah, 2-3-15. We've gone 13 minutes in the second quarter.
The viewers can't probably see it, but Nightcliff have got a good setup behind the ball. And it's, you know, they play these roles really well. They separate, they make sure that they've got a good structure, and it makes it almost impossible for sides to get through.
Wilkins over the top there for Waratah. We'll have another stoppage. Battle of the Beaches. They're away here through Karanua, straight through the middle of the ground. Let's see what that kick up to half forward's not the best. Magro. Bounce over his head, just gets worked out of it nicely though. It's a bit of a raging ball, that man. He's Brown to Wilson, and just that one's tapped over the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
Once again, at the fall of the ball there, it was a 3-on-1 for the Tigers. So just getting numbers to the football. Numbers win out. Great to see young Keranua take the game on a little bit, have a run. Probably a better kick was needed, but at least he's taken the game on, and that's what they need, some run and carry, lower your eyes and hit the target across half forward. At the moment, they're not being able to hit that target.
Well, we needed to take that extra bounce and keep running it through the middle. That's a nice tap. Out to Schneid. Here he is, Magro. That one's gone over the line right in front of us on the commentary table, we're calling it, Damo.
Yeah, Jamie Jones is an interesting type. He's got some height. He's on Magro now, so he'll have him for height. He's a good competitor, Jones. I've liked what I've seen from him. Kid in the headgear.
Jamie Jones getting the job done. Magro's got one this evening. Trying to tap that one back. Here's Clay copying one in the back. Umpire says, nah, throw it in. You'll hear plenty of Waratah supporters around us tonight giving a bit of advice over the fence, which we don't mind.
As long as it's in a respectful way, Gaz.
Ball thrown back in, centre wing. Nice clearing work here from Nightcliff. Holt fits, does well. Just that's a nice kick and a nice mark from Melville at full tilt. Running towards the boundary. Starts directing traffic. Top of the square. And a good mark there. I think it's Wilson.
Good case in point. Just saw that stoppage here in front of us. The Nightcliff players powered away from the stoppage. Were able to link up on the attacking side of the stoppage. And there was about 3 or 4 TARS boys left back at the stoppage. And whether it's a concentration thing or a fatigue thing or haven't played enough together, whatever the reason. But at the moment, Nightcliff's superior running away from set pieces and stoppages is showing the TARS up a little bit. Wilson
hitting the post there. It's a nice big kick.
A little bit of how you're going on the bench too, just quietly. It's just me and you, Nico. Bumped.
Fair bump play on from you, David Hale. That one's gone over the line. About 40 around from the Nightcliff goal. We've really got Waratah under pressure here.
And pressing in. There's only 2 players in the Waratah forward half of the ground at the moment.
So they are pressing. It's a nice handball fired out there from Cree. And the kick
no one out there
on outside 50, but as the great David Hale said, there's no one there for him. Bit of afterburner work there from Paris. It's a handball away. This kick's going to go long and deep. Sean Wilson there, the Nightcliff, but through from behind.
Yeah, just it makes it hard if you're going to be bombing the ball out of your back 50, and Nightcliff are all pressed up into the Waratah back half, and it makes it impossible. You know, they need to pinpoint the passes like they were before to run that ball out. Kicking it long's just playing into Nightcliff's hands.
Nightcliff 5-4, 34 to Waratah 2-3, 15. As this ball's coming back in. Holt fits on the left, round the corner, up in the air. Well defended there from the Waratah defence and through for another behind. So they're just peppering the goals at the moment, Damo.
Yeah, they just need to get a little bit of a bit of luck here, I think. But the long kick is always going to make it hard for them, and they've turned that one over again. They've got some numbers there, which is good, and Keranua's now got it in his hands. So they've got to get the ball into his hands more often.
Here's Collis with a nice kick up to half forward. Wheels around on the left. Here's another Collis, and that one's well defended.
Yeah,
from Jones.
Yeah, that was better from TARS. They were able to, they got some numbers out there, and really they need to continue to work to get numbers to the contest.
They just need a settler here, Damo.
They do.
Desperately. Nightcliff are just starting to get a bit of a hold on them. Midway through the second quarter. Ball thrown back in. Handball gets fed out. Wills overcooks it. Quick kick around the corner. Top of the square. And a good mark.
Well, that's what the value of playing in front there, Nico.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only reason that guy marked the ball there. Who was that? It was
Jake
Bout. The only reason he marked it then was simply because he got better body position than the Nightcliff defender. And this is a much-needed goal coming up for the Tars. I shouldn't have said that. I might have spoken too soon. So I hope I haven't put the mocker on them, the Tars.
Yeah, I don't mind this from you, Damo.
Standing amongst their supporters.
So you might cop a clip.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
There you go. So that's one against the Tide. And now now they've got an opportunity. They're not in their full back line. They're in the centre of the ground. So the extra effort now, their midfielders should be getting around their ruckman and working something out here, because they really do need to win this centre clearance just to pull back a little bit of that momentum that Nightcliff have.
As I look in the middle, Brody Carroll's gone into the middle.
Yeah, they've got the A team in
Turnbull.
there. Yeah, Carroll's in there, Turnbull. They've
Schneed.
got Schneed and the ruckman in Wilkins. So they've basically got the A team in there, maybe without one of the Colossus. But they'd want something out of this centre bounce. I think it's a really vital centre bounce for them.
See, there you go, as Sammy Cunningham throws that one up. One of the better umpires getting around. Here they go, Turnbull fires out the handball, just misses the target though. It's a race on. Phil Wills, who's been unbelievable off half-back tonight. Yeah, well done. That one getting knocked over the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in right in front of the Nightcliff bench.
Just Robbie Turnbull then, he's been doing a great job, but just in that instance there, get the ball on your boot. You know, just it doesn't, a mongrel kick forward. Don't try to beat the man, just kick it into the forward 50 and see what happens. A bit of chaos.
Ball thrown back in. It's taken straight out of the ruck there by Dirksen. That one's punched over the line, and we'll have another one. Nightcliff have worked it up about 30 metres.
Wadey Dirksen, his father Mark was a champion player at the Tigers, and young Wade's been down playing in Essendon for the Bombers VFL, my second favourite AFL team.
You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season from Darwin, Mazda, Nightcliff Oval. That's dropping the pill every day of the week. Umpire letting that one rip. Collis with the tackle there. Ball works back in. Quick kick around the corner. No one home for Waratah. That's a goal.
Bowlesy, was it? Daniel Bowles?
We try and have a look at that number.
No, it wasn't Bowlesy. It was, might have been McGregor, was it? Just going back to the centre there now.
They were named Sam Harper, by the look of it.
Sam Harper.
So Waratah...
that was the response they needed straight away, the Tigers. And the point I was making, like Robbie Turnbull's having a great game, but on that instance, sometimes it's just a matter of getting it from your boot, getting it from your hands straight onto your boot. 40 metres, scrubby kick forward, bit of chaos in the forward 50 is probably better than trying to take the man on.
6-5-41, the Nightcliff. Waratah 3-3-21. We've gone just under 22 minutes in the second quarter down here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. A kick up to half forward. Magro in space, just dropped what he probably should have taken, the big rig. And Collis goes off the deck. And that one's coming back for a bit high.
Free kick to Joel Butterick.
So Butterick looking for his options. He doesn't have a lot. Looking to head into the middle. Just goes long down the line. Now, big fly from the side from big Trenty Melville. Good work from that man. This is a kick. That's a good kick in the eyelet direction on the half volley. He just charges through. The great man. Gets a handball away. Have a look out for a handball. Melville. 55 out. One's going through from... Oh, jeez. A bit of a Shane Warne leg spinner there.
It was. Mike Gadding would have bowled him. Mike Gadding still trying to work out what happened, apparently.
One of the all-time great... Well, probably the greatest delivery of all time, don't they say?
Oh, the ball of the century. Oh, other than the hooker's ball in 94.
There's Collis on the outer side. As you can see, the Nightcliff faithful up on that balcony. Geez, you cop an absolute mouthful over that balcony. Kick up to centre wing on the outer side.
Thanks, mate.
Quick kick over the top. Just ball in dispute over there on the outer side. So just looking to clear it here, Nightcliff. Waratah arrive in numbers. It pops out the side now. Wills fires out the handball. And this is better. Here's Wills again. And there we go. Half-time Second quarter done and dusted here at Darwin at Mazda Nightcliff Oval, where the score is Nightcliff 6-6, 42 to Waratah 3-3, 21. We'll be back with the second half real soon. Second half about to get underway down here at Nightcliff, of course, down at the Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. Waratah and Nightcliff doing battle this evening as we find the score. Nightcliff 6-6, 42 to Waratah. 3-3, 21. Nick O'Reilly getting the job done alongside my old pal Damien Hale. G'day, mate.
Yeah, good first half. Probably the score doesn't indicate the closeness of the game. I just thought that Waratahs did have a lot of play early on and weren't able to convert their opportunities, and Nightcliff just a little bit cleaner going into their forward 50. So it'll be game on now, and a little bit of a breeze to one end of the ground, to the right of people's screen. Usually it screens. It usually is the scoring end here at Tigerland. So Waratahs need a really big third quarter here, Nick, just to get a little bit closer. Big cheerio to Brody Philo, not playing, but he's texted me from Alice Springs, so he's working down there, and I've never known Brody Philo to miss a game of footy for work, so there's always a first.
4-1 quarter to Nightcliff in that last one, and we're underway here. Quick clearance going the way of Nightcliff up to half forward. Nice work there from Hanadak, although they've said play on. Must have been touched off the boot. We'll have a stoppage right at the top of 50. Nightcliff, of course, kicking to the left of screen. The ball pops out now. Nice crunching tackle there from, I think it was big Matty Blake holding the pill. So reward for effort from Matty Blake. Goes with the handball to Turnbull. Over to Collis. He's a quick unit. Gets around that Nightcliff player a bit too easy in the end. Throws it on the left. It's a nice kick to another Collis. The brothers working in tandem. He might get it back there. Both good gut runners. Karen Nua caught behind. Incorrect disposal there. Umpire letting it go. Top of the square. But Nightcliff clear this one through Wilson.
Yeah, it's just that kick across the stripe again there, Nico, from the Tars boys. Good build-up, both the Collis boys involved. Nice kick there from Robbie Turnbull to clear the contest. And then just that kick across the final kick across the stripe is the one that's, probably just been lacking a little bit for the Tars tonight. If they can tidy that up, they'll get more opportunities. Ball
thrown back in, and the umpires looks like he's going to call it back and say, let's do that again, buddy. Not enough of the old wheat bix this morning, Damo.
Yeah, it's a long way over there.
Yeah, my word.
Can't really see what he's doing.
Yeah, it's fair to say we're guessing. Quick kick out of that pack. Up to full forward for Waratah. Nightcliff are right there in numbers. They're under pressure here. Nice pressure from Waratah. Brown goes on the left. It's a nice kick. So Nightcliff, they've got numbers down the line. Go with the handball. Here's his pressure from Waratah building again, although the turnover. McGregor, he can't pull it in. Karanua fires out a handball. This is a better build-up from Waratah. Ross, nice punch coming over from Nyhouse. Magro, cops one high. Umpire lets that one go. And they're away now. Nightcliff, that's a beautiful kick through the middle. Here's Wilson.
Oh, they'd love to get a mark, wouldn't they, Tars?
Melville.
Oh, this transition from the Tigers, and well done back there. The defender's done very well.
Yeah, nice pressure.
Just once again, the Tars can't buy a mark in their forward 50 at the moment, Nico, other than the one in just before half time. They've found it very difficult to stop the play in their forward 50.
That one goes over the line, about 70 around from Nightcliff goal.
And the Nightcliff back six just continually, they link well. They've been doing it for a long time together, and you got Bowles and Brown and Nyhouse back there, and that loose ball, they pick it up and they run it back out. They've been doing it very well for a couple of years. So I wouldn't be too upset if I was Tars. They are getting the ball across the stripe. Probably just need a little bit more poise with their execution.
Umpire circling and says we'll have another stoppage. So as I said, Nightcliff kicking 4-1 that last quarter, so quite dominant quarter it was from the Tigers on their home deck here. Comes up to centre wing. Working it backwards under pressure here. Nightcliff. Plenty of Waratah numbers getting around the pill. Ball pops up to centre wing. Collis does well. keeps going in front of him. Average bounce there. McGregor wheels around on the right. Inside 50, Eyelet from behind. Melville on the right around the corner and gets the first of the third quarter for the Tigers.
Yeah, that one hurts him a little bit. Waratah's just a cruel bounce there. They did everything right. A great attack on the ball from Collis. Kept it going their way, and then the ball just, it's a funny shape, isn't it, the Aussie rules ball, and it just sat on its end, popped back up into the Nightcliff player's path, and bang, bang, and Trent Melville kicks one probably against the run of play a little bit, and that's what the Tigers have been able to do, just as Waratahs are building a little bit of pressure back onto them, and a handy goal there for Trent Melville.
I don't know if you saw the game last week with Nightcliff and St Mary's, but they had Butcher and Melville operating inside 50. They just look, Butcher, of course, isn't playing tonight, and they just look a bit more dangerous on the deck, Nightcliff, Damo.
Yeah, well, they brought Ryan Moo back in. I think they're great. They're two forwards that really do complement each other, and they've done very well working in tandem over the last couple of years. And Ryan Moo back in this week will certainly add that crumbing small forward to the Nightcliff arsenal up there.
So Nightcliff in control, drop mark. Oh, beautiful tackle there. Coming over from Ross, rewarded for his effort. It's a kick into space. Oh, good mark there by Waratah. Looks to move it quickly. Lowers the eyes. It's up Magro. Here he is, the mad unit. Wheels around on the left. The kick's just over the top. And not the best kick in the end from Magro. In a 3-on-1 here.
It's probably the best idea of the execution, once again, not quite there, but the idea off halfback, lowering the eyes and getting that ball in quickly, Collis lowering the eyes, and then Magro running and playing on quickly and jamming it in. So, had that kick been executed slightly better, that's exactly how Waratahs need to attack against this Nightcliff side.
Ball thrown back in on that outer pocket. They're away through Nyhouse and Nightcliff. Kick up to centre wing. This one's going to stay in. No, just over the line.
It's good experience there from Nyhouse. He's played at the highest level and just got in the pack there, picked the ball up, and it's all about field position. Kick it 45 metres, no mucking around with the handball, no trying to brush people off or do too much. It was purely about getting the ball out of their area so then they can reset it, a boundary throw in. Good win there for the Tigers.
Nightcliff 7-6, 48 to Waratah, 3-3, 21, 27-point lead to Nightcliff. As that boundary umpire gets around. Good throwing, bit of body work, a bit of tunnelling sort of action. Here's Robbie Turnbull. Straightens up on his right. Kick's just overcooked again, running into goal. Through from behind. Yeah, there you go again, Damo. It's just that kick inside 50 for Waratah, like they're in the game, but it's just that final execution.
And they can work on it. It's something that you can really work on, getting your forward line structures better and your midfield being able to deliver better into your forward 50.
And the kick is down the line. It just stays in for now. It's tapped inside.
Because you think about it, Nico, that your inside 50s and marks inside 50 where you actually stop is probably one of your most important stats. And it gives everyone a rest. You go back, you soak up your 30 seconds. You kick the goal, and then you go back to the centre, and at the moment, Tars aren't getting that rest.
James Waratah for Waratahs down right in front of us with an ankle. Doesn't look good. They're trying to work this one out. Bit of a stacks on sort of vibe.
They're cracking in well still, the Tars. Got to be impressed with their endeavour. They're still having a real go there.
And ball thrown up. Marsh working that one down. Collis goes without it. It's a nice handball. Turnbull fires it over to Marsh into space. This gets knocked out of it. Pretty easy in the end. Nice crunching tackle. Ball gets hurried up inside 50. It was Gitski. Yeah, he's turned it straight over.
Here they go, the Tigers on the spread. Let them run. They've done this before.
So into the middle of the ground. This is great movement. This is Woodbury. Over to Wilson. Little chipper over the top.
Little mooey.
Little moo. And just as easy as you like to aisle it. So good movement from Nightcliff off half back.
Just comes down to skill execution there, doesn't it? Just hitting your targets. Really simple stuff. They do a lot of those type of drills. You watch Nightcliff train, they have a lot of possession style of drills where they switch, they run hard, they gut run. They've got the Wilsers and these type of guys, the Wilsons, that are willing to get on their bike and run hard to get on the end of a handball or a kick, and then it ends up in Cammy Islet's hands for another shot on goal.
Here is a great man from just inside 50. Gets close to the man on the mark. The kick is a good one. And Cammy Islet gets his second.
That really hurts the Tars, that one. You know, you cannot doubt the endeavour of the Waratahs Footy Club and these 22 guys tonight. The execution, a little bit dusty, but the endeavour and their willingness to work to get the ball and to get it into their forward 50, you can't doubt. So they got one of the ingredients right. So just trying to get it across the stripe is the other part that they really do need to work on.
Nightcliff 8-6-54 to Waratah 3-4-22. We've gone just over 10 minutes in the third quarter. It's all Nightcliff in the ye olde battle of the beaches.
Beautiful beaches. You wouldn't swim in either of them. Too many snapping handbags out there.
Greetings to our friends at Tourism NT. As the umpire hits the deck, it's straight back up. Back underway. Marsh wins that one down. Bit of stacks on style, and we'll do it again.
Maybe Waratahs try something different, Nico. Maybe get young Keranua up onto the ball. Mix it up a little bit just to get a little bit more pace around the football.
Perez fires out the handball.
Bit of X factor.
Wills had a super impressive game tonight. Best on ground so far for mine. And that ball's been turned over. So Waratah is looking to hold things up for now. It's Nick Schneed up to half forward. 2-on-1. Waratah player goes to the ground. Nathan Brown takes a mark for Nightcliff. Look at that kick in the middle of the ground. Ryan Moo by himself. Fires over the handball. And they're away now. The kick inside 50. Just missed Melville.
I think on that one there, Fitzy probably would have been better off going for that himself. He looked like he was almost too disciplined in his role as a small crumbing forward. He's a much better young Liam when he backs himself in those ones. He might have been a bit too far away. It's a mile from where I'm standing, but I'm amongst the other 75 experts, so I might as well voice my opinion.
You would have dobbed it for mine. All right. Tackle. Going the way of Nightcliff.
Former Nichols medalist Troy Coates and his wife Danielle tuning in tonight down in Bendigo. Coates, you'd be home looking after the baby and folding clothes.
Yeah, oh, well, he would be. I hope so.
Former Nichols medalist, very good player, still playing in his mid-30s, very fit.
That's my neck of the woods.
Very
Haley?
fit or mid-30s, Nico?
Well, bit of both, and Bendigo. Let's throw that in there.
Oh, right, no worries. Who do you follow down there?
Just the Reservoir Hotel and Quaddies on a Saturday. Here we go. Kick on the way. Ryan Fitz just pulls it right through for a behind. So Nightcliff 8-7-55 to Waratah 3-4-22. We've gone 13 and a half in the third quarter. Nightcliff is getting the job done a little bit too easy for mine.
A little bit of sting's gone out of the contest at the moment, Nico. It's gone a little bit flat, hasn't it?
Ball thrown back in. Nightcliff with numbers this occasion. Just a little chipper over the top. Wouldn't have thought that went 15. I'm not there. I wouldn't know. Here's Butterick.
Switch it. Oh, look out.
Almost turned it over there. They're away is Collis on the outer side. Has absolutely nothing down the line. Did well just to hold it up. Magro fires it back over with nice hands into space for Collis. This is a better build-up.
I like it when Kerenua gets it.
Yeah, my word. He's got a bit of X factor. Have a look at that for gun running from Collis. He might get it back here, the big rig. He doesn't. He ignores him. Kick up to full forward. One-on-one. Carroll around the corner, goal. Much needed goal from Waratah.
It's hard. That's probably their best bit of their best passage of play tonight. I think, Nico. It's like watching a side try to kill a cow with a nail file. Just cutting away, and hoping that by Wednesday it bleeds out. So it is a struggle, but
it's a good way to put it, Haley.
Yeah, it's hard work for them, but that's good. You know, they needed that one. That might give them a little bit of spirit, and you know, it was Brodie Carroll got up there and snapped that goal, Nico. But a good bit of running, but they switched the play out of their back half. You know, like why keep kicking it back to where all the traffic is when you can switch it out to some space, get on the end of, you know, some hard gut running from the midfield, and then deliver it into the forward line quickly to the one-on-one, two-on-two. So good goal for the Tars. Hopefully it breathes a bit of life into this quarter.
James Waratah come off with a ankle complaint earlier. It looks like he's lining back to get back on, which is great for that young man. We'll have another stoppage right in the middle of the ground. 8-7-55 to Waratah 4-4-28. We've gone 15.5 in the third quarter. Let's see if Waratah can string a few together. Quick kick inside 50.
Where's Kerenua?
Kerenua, there he is.
Oh, he's thrown out of the play.
And he's got the free kick.
Yep.
There's the Waratah faithful just giving a bit of...
unsolicited advice there from the old mate Gaz.
Yeah, we don't mind it though, Gaz. Keep them coming. So Kerenua, you'll look to get on the board tonight.
The son of a gun, Adam Kerenua's young bloke. Adam played at St Mary's and a two-time premiership player with Waratahs, and as well as St Mary's, and played with the Brisbane Bears. So if he's listening, watching from the island, g'day Ads. Young fella goes well.
Henry Kerenua has that off the boot. Has it got the distance? Touched on the line. There's more special comments from Gaz.
We'll get Gaz on next week.
Claiming it was touched. We're about 100 metres away.
Oh, at least. See it from here, he said.
My word, he could. Nightcliff looking to clear this one. Out of their defensive 50. That's a quick kick in there from Cree to the pocket.
Oh.
That one's going to float up in the end, probably bounce left. Go out of bounds.
It's good from Tars because defending the kick in nowadays is really difficult because the fullback can basically run out as far as he likes. And having the ability there to force them to kick long, that's a good result, a great result for Tars to do that rather than allowing Nightcliff to maintain possession out of their back half.
Cree gets worried out of it, and the free kick's going to come back to that man. Look to move it quickly. He had Robbie Turnbull on, ignored that. Still has Turnbull if he wants him. Goes long and deep inside 50. They fly. Will's there just spinning out of trouble. Kerenua to Mangro. The kick is a good one.
He's got it.
Magro gets his second. And Waratah finally string two in a row.
Not probably the ideal way to go in, but if you're going to go in long like that to the pack, get some numbers hitting the pack, and that's what they had. And well gathered by Henry Kerenua, fed it out to Magro, and Magro did the rest. Loves a goal, Magro, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I love it.
Celebration.
He fires up the big horse. Nightcliff 8-7-55 to Waratah 5-5-35. They're only down by 20. 18.5 gone in the third quarter. It's been a good response from Waratah.
We've got Wilkins back in there now. We've got Dylan Collis has gone in on the ball as well. So I think that looks like Brodie Carroll is in there, or is it Turnbull? It's hard to see. I need them to turn around. I haven't watched enough of them.
There's a few lookalikes getting around tonight. Quick clearing kick out of the centre for Nightcliff. And they're going to bounce off half back. It's a nice kick. Handball to Turnbull.
This is the kick you need to hit.
And it's a good one. Although drop mark, though.
Jeez.
Healy dooly.
I'm feeling Ryan Ayres' pain there.
And that's holding the ball.
As a coach, the coach hat just came on there for a moment. Haven't coached for a while. And I felt Ryan Ayres' pain there. We're beautiful from Turnbull.
Henry Karanua around the corner, plays on. Just across the face, juggled through for behind.
Drop chest mark in the forward 50.
So they're pushing here, Waratah. Score reads 8-7, 55 to 5-6, 36. 19 and a half gone.
They need another one.
Yeah, drop mark. Oh, Butterfingers pops out the back now. Here they go, Waratah. Back inside 50. Bit of interest on this occasion. Magro out the back. Goes to Greg Collis with a nice tackle. The pressure building, quick kick. Out of the pack, rolling towards goal. Henry Karanua. He gets one. And Waratah string 3 together.
I think that's the epitome of a goal sneak. It's just snuck down there quietly. Sat in there, played goalkeeper, thought, well, if we snap it out of the pack, there's a good chance it'll land in the goal square. Henry Karanua, very hard to teach that. That just comes from kicking the footy around on the island and just knowing where the goals are. So, well done, Henry. He keeps his side in touch. And good hard work here around the middle from the Waratahs midfielders, just bullocking that ball forward, putting that little bit of pressure on the Tigers. And, let's see if they can get another one here before three-quarter time. Might make it a little bit interesting in the last quarter, Nico.
You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season from Darwin, Mazda, Nightcliff Oval. We have got a game back on our hands. Let's see what they can conjure up here, Waratah. They're starting to get their hands on the pill a bit more and using it better, Damo.
Isn't momentum a great thing in footy? And it'll twist and turn during the course of a game. Waratahs have done well to grab this momentum back off the Tigers. They probably need one more goal, but if they don't get it, they'd like to see the scoreboard remain the same going into the last quarter. So the next couple of minutes will tell us.
Yeah,
certainly, Nico, certainly the work rate. When you look over there now, that ball went out and there was probably 4 or 5 TARS players, and that wasn't happening in the second quarter. They're powering across to those stoppages. They've got some energy and some belief back. So let's see how the next couple of minutes go. 3
of the last 5 to Waratah. We've got a game ski on our hands. Ball just pops out over the top. Nice tackle. Ball pops out with some hands. Yeah, they're just starting to build that pressure around the pill now, Waratah, and Nightcliff are starting to feel the pinch.
And suddenly Nightcliff start to fumble. It happens to teams. When the pressure comes on, players that have been handling the ball well for 3/4 of the game suddenly start to have a bit more of a look, and they start to lose a little bit of confidence. And it's all came from a little bit of effort and extra effort from the TARS boys to fight their way back into this.
Ball thrown back in. Here they go. Back inside 50. A bit of a floating kick. Ball comes out the back. Nyhouse there clearing for Nightcliff. Bit of a danger kick. Paris. Nice smother there from Karanua. Ball comes up. Magro on the left. He's just pulled it right.
He would have climbed that flagpole if he kicked that. And just would have given it to the Nightcliff faithful.
My word.
Oh.
Would have climbed up that flagpole and just let it rip. So Nightcliff. Just ball's been down this end of the ground for the last probably 5 or 6 minutes. 22 gone in the third quarter. Nightcliff 8-7, 55 to Waratah 6-7, 43. They're up at half forward now. Nightcliff moved it well.
Got to hold on here, the TARS. They don't want to concede a late one.
So they go with the handball over the top. Gooch.
Certainly in junk time at the moment, so it's only the junk time of the quarter, so you don't want to be conceding goals at this time. As we saw in the AFL Grand Final, Nico, 3 goals in the last minute of the third quarter, and basically the Demons were home from that point. So you need to really rust on here, pair off and make everything a contest, the TARS.
So Wills, his hands in tight, he's so good. Holt fits. The kick inside 50 for Nightcliff. Umpire circling. And we'll have a stoppage inside attacking 50 for Nightcliff. Plenty of numbers around this one. We're trying to work their numbers back. Don't want to concede one. It's a great time in Hale said, and they'll get a free kick here.
Yeah, 3 goals to 2 in this quarter. So the Tars would really love a late one here if they can manufacture one. No,
And there we go. 3-quarter time here at Darwin City Nightcliff Oval. And it's Nightcliff 8-7-55, holding on by 2 goals to Waratah 6-7-43. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
No, you're right. I'll stand up.
Welcome back to Darwin City Mazda Nightcliff Oval. We've got a game on our hands. Nick O'Reilly, Damien Hale steering the ship for you this evening. Nightcliff 8-7-55 to Waratah 6-7-43. Haley.
I thought you just said stirring something.
Stirring.
Stirring the ship.
Steering.
Steering the ship.
Right. Steering the ship, stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot, that's right. Yeah, we're right amongst the Waratah faithful, and they haven't given up on their side, that's for sure, and the Tars boys certainly haven't given up in this game.
One word.
Big last quarter coming up. The slight breeze. The breeze has probably dropped a little bit, so heading to the right side of the screen. Game on.
Here we go. Back underway. Waratah looking to clear it, although it's Nightcliff with that kick out of the middle. Up to half forward. Works its way up to centre wing now. Move. That's a nice handball. Nightcliff switched on. Wilson just goes without it. Goes off the deck. Totally misses it. The big horse.
Man down for the Tars.
It's
actually stopping the game here. Tars player down at... is it one of the Collis boys? I can't sort of see.
No, it's just the traditional dark hair.
Looks like he's got a stone in his boot.
Not the Collis boys are rolling with the bleach number. Saw the Justin Bieber vibe.
Is that Turnbull?
Maybe. He'd be a big blow if he goes down. Nightcliff trying to work this one out at half forward. It's nice work from Turnbull.
So it's not Turnbull.
Roger.
Oh, little fumble there.
Collis goes off the deck, just keeps moving it forward. Up to half forward now. Waratah, Nightcliff getting back with the numbers. Good pressure coming over the top. We'll have a boundary throw-in. Big cheerio to an exclusive crew watching from Nhulunbuy in Sydney called The Package, Haley. They're really good operators, and they're tuning in tonight. They're loving the coverage. They're loving your work too.
Are they?
Yeah, my word.
They must have good taste.
Yeah.
It's Brodie Carroll, is it, coming off?
Yeah, looks like it is. Co-captain.
Need to strap that one up and get him back out there. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Cree.
Sorry, Cree. All right, we finally got it right. We gave you... It's all the families of the 7 players that I mentioned that are all panicking. It's Cree was the one that's... He's limped off. He looks all right.
He's all right. So he's
Mr. and Mrs. Cree, if you're listening, he's fine.
A lot of the other families would have been heart and mouth sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
We went through 5 different
Thanks
families.
to you, Haley. I think you went through a few Nightcliff players as well.
Yeah.
Here's Gooch. Goes with the one hand on the boundary.
I'm usually not up this late anyway, Nico, so the last quarter, anything could happen.
Magro around the corner.
Oh,
he's got 3, the big horse.
Oh, he's got a cult following down here. Tars supporters, they're just about erupted then.
And I'll tell you what,
Dare to dream, Tars here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Magro's jagged another one. That's his 4th.
Well, third. Don't go too over the top too early there, Haley. He kicked 5 last week off half forward, and he's
probably got 2 good ones in him now.
Yeah, my word. Oh, do you know what? When I saw him start playing last week, it was the first game of the NTFL season. The first 10 minutes ago, that bloke's going to win the Nichols medal.
Yeah?
No, I went really early. And I'll tell you what, I copped a lot of crap for it too, Haley.
Mate, you're the sort of guy that'll go out on a limb.
Well, don't stuff around.
It's a big call. 10 minutes into round 1.
Here we go. Waratah out of the middle. Kick up to half forward. I've got a nice run on here. Geez, that's a good mark.
Nighthouse.
He's a good,
rock solid. Good
unit. You can tell that man's played at the top level. This little chipper. Well, no, drop mark.
Is that Jonesy? My mate. My man Jones.
It's a nice kick.
Yes, Dirksen.
It's up that man, Haley said, Wade Dirksen. Here's Wilson on the right. Nice double fister. Going over top. We'll have a boundary throw-in. 5 around from the Nightcliff goal.
Yes, just that timely mark there by Brian Nighthouse. Chipped in at the right time. That if that had fallen into enemy hands, anything could have happened. We could have had a drawn ball game. Especially
with that Magro unit getting around. Nightcliff 8-7-55 to Waratah 7-7-49. 6-point lead to Nightcliff. We've just gone 4 minutes in the final quarter. Battle of the Beaches. Quick snap around the corner. That's gone left. Hangs up in the air. Drop mark. Bit of pressure here coming. Ball's gone over the line. We'll have another boundary throw it.
Yeah, the Tars here just have to rust on. Everyone get a man and just work it along the side, along the boundary line. They've just got to try to repel them here. I notice they've dropped someone back into the goal square. Smart play. Put the goalkeeper in place.
Right, ball thrown back in. Collis overcooks it. They've got a free kick. Umpire letting this one go. Ball popping around. Holt fits around the corner. That is a point.
A bit of relief there for the Tars boys. Now they've just got to think their way through this. Try to maintain. Try to get somebody out. Put a block on for someone so that they can get out on their own and get this first kick right.
Cadillac couldn't drag that one in. He goes after it again. That one goes over the line. Boundary throw it.
Reset. Both sides still rotating well. Players will be starting to feel the pinch a little bit, though it is a nice night for football all the same. But it has been played at a pretty good pace. The first half in particular was.
So ball thrown in. Blake looks for Gooch. Can't find the Gooch. So plenty of pressure building around this contest. There's a lot of numbers getting around this one.
Yeah, Tars need a bit of a release here. Maybe a free kick pulled out of nowhere would help.
Gooch copped one high. Umpire let it go. Oh, nice rundown tackle. Eyelet spins into trouble.
There you go.
We'll have a stoppage. There's a bit of argy-bargy down there. Damo.
Pressure again from Turnbull at the stoppage. He's a wholehearted player, Robbie Turnbull. Been very impressed with his game tonight. He's not only has he got on the outside, he's also, done his share of work in close, and he can be pretty happy with his night's work.
7-point lead. 35 out from the Nightcliff goal. Free kick. On the way, Nightcliff, big call. And it looks like it's going the way of McGregor, is it? Yep.
Where'd that come from?
It's a good question, Gaz. I was asking myself the same thing. Holt fits. Kicks a goal.
No one hurts.
My word, it does.
I think the umpiring's been very good tonight. And a lot of times they've let things go or they've penalised things like we saw early with the sling tackle. And, I just think sometimes those shepherding in the ruck when there's two big guys going at it, just let them go at it. And, not have that influence on the game that's now, cost them a goal. But anyway.
So out to a 13-point lead now. Nightcliff 9-8-62 to Waratah 7-7-49. We've gone just over 7 minutes in the final quarter at Darwin City Mazda Nightcliff Oval. Out in the burbs this weekend, all the senior footy.
Looks like Magro's back on the agate.
Yeah, we
He's
don't
back
mind
in
that.
there. Yeah.
He's a mad unit. Let's see him cut sick in the middle if he can get around it.
Here he comes.
Here he goes. A great man charging through. Works himself into a 2-on-1 now. Just can't quite pull that in. Karanua with some good pressure coming in over the top. This one up to half forward for Nightcliff. Wilson with nice hands over the top. Melville around the corner on the left. Eyelet in a 1-on-1. And this one's gone back around the corner, and it's a goal. So Nightcliff, 2 in a row. That one was Nick out.
And this is where Tars will need a lift in the middle. They need to get this next clearance. And it's just as I was saying earlier, like Nightcliff have been, pretty efficient going forward. They've got a simple way of doing things. Just get it in deep. Melville or Eyelet will give you a contest if it's Butcher there. They rarely get outmarked, and then the little fellas get underneath them and weave their magic from there. So, first Fitzy, young Liam, and then the number 24 there. I didn't quite see.
Nick Howe.
Yeah, Nicholas Howe. So, well done by him as well. So this centre clearance is vital here. Wilkins, Magro's in there as well. So they've loaded up in the middle. Brody Carroll's there.
So ball thrown up. Here he is, Magro. Quick kick out of the middle under pressure. Up to half forward. Gooch has moved forward. He's playing on Nyhouse. Phil Wills does well.
Cool head Nyhouse, hasn't he? He's just got that real poise about him. took that good mark a couple of minutes ago, and then just won the 50-50, kept the ball going forward. Wilkins has come off. Marshy's gone on, tearing out to the contest.
He looks to be
I don't think he's going to get there.
Running backwards.
No, he's going to go for the kick behind the play.
Ball thrown back in. Too easy out of the contest there. The quick kick up to half forward. Not quite the mark there from the Waratah defence. And that one's too high. So going back the way of Nightcliff. Can't quite see who that's going to. Oh, it's Nick Howe again. Just pops over the top. And too easy for Nightcliff.
Yeah, if you look at stats and you understand inside 50 stats, you can look and say, well, if you get it inside 50 and half the time you get to get the ball, so 50% first possession, and you go back and you kick half of those are goals. So if you go in 60 times, 30 times first possession, 15-15, there's your 105, which will win most footy games for you. And I think that's one thing that I think Coach Ayres will take out of tonight, Nico, will be the fact that they need to continually work on their kick across the stripe and being able to stop the play in their forward 50, go back and have a shot at goal, gives everyone a chance to have a breather, gives you a chance to set your structure like they have now.
So they play on. This one gets over the back. Collis flies. Tommy gets a quick kick away. Here's another little Collis. Fires a handball out. Wills. Oh, crunching stuff here. And it's a pile on right in front of the commentary.
A little bit of a scuffle too, Nick. I'd never ever see a fight in front of the scoreboard.
Nah.
There's no one over there.
That's what I thought. Damien Hale was just about to jump the fence. It was all happening.
Oh, there was Collises flying everywhere. They need another 3 of them.
Here we go. Andy Blake does well. Fires a handball away to Cree. Here's Magro. Doesn't quite get there. And now they're away here, Nightcliff. Through Harper. Oh, big crunching bump. His body's flying around everywhere.
Gooch.
Blake goes backwards with the hands.
The Nightcliff player found the Gooch that time.
Yeah, my word.
Copped it.
So the kick inside 50 is not the best one. It's out of bounds on the full. So Waratah.
They've kept having to crack the Tars.
They just need to get a bit of a wriggle on. That's no way to do it. Turnover. Half forward. They're just slapping it around for now. Nightcliff taking the PI 55 a bit. Have a look at that. Melville in space. Takes an uncontested mark.
You see now Melville will use up his full 30 seconds and probably some. You can watch Nightcliff will slowly wander into their zone. Not a lot of urgency there in the back end of this game, but Trent Melville will stop the game long enough for everyone to have a rest. And the Tigers shut down some exit points and will make it difficult if Melville misses. It'll make it difficult for the Waratahs boys to get out of their back 50.
Kick on the way from Big Melville. Here's a
it.
goal.
There you go.
Well done to that man. He's kicked 4 tonight. Nightcliff have kicked the last 3. And extend that lead, 11-9-75 to Waratah, 7-7-49. We've gone 13.5 in the final quarter.
Need to get this clearance, and the Tars, they don't deserve to have a blowout here. They've worked really hard tonight, and so you'd probably be looking at percentage plays a big part in the competition as well. So you'd be looking at pushing guys, to get defensive side, keep working hard. Let's not allow this to go into a 6 or 7 goal victory to the Tigers. I don't think the Waratahs boys deserve that tonight. They've had a go.
So back in the middle. Collis. Can't get that clearance for Waratah. Up to Nightcliff's half forward. Blake fires out a handball to Collis, but just plenty of pressure around the ball, and we'll have a stoppage. So right half forward for Nightcliff. Nice tap coming over the back. It's all Nightcliff with the numbers. Eilert out in space and takes a mark. He's been good tonight, Cammy Eilert. He's kicked 2.
It was a great kick there to advantage by the Tigers player. Very good kick, and Cammy Eilert will gobble those ones up all day. You won't see Cam Eilert drop many of those ones. Been a great player for a long period of time, Cameron Eilert, and here he goes, lining up for another shot on goal. He'd practiced this 50 times during the week from that spot.
Here he goes, kick on the way.
Put the commentator's curse on him.
And that one's touched through.
Those old hammies must be just tightening up a little bit.
We interviewed him on the radio show today. Oh, big fly over the top. Umpire lets that one go. And in the back. So free kick going the way of, looks like Melville on that outer side.
That was Cameron Eilert who just did the contest then. Unbelievable. Like, he's just missed the shot on goal. The ball's coming back out. Throws his, he's 36 now, I think, something like that, Cammy, and just throws himself in, forces the contest. And then Nightcliff are able to get a free kick, and Trent Melville another shot on goal. That's why he's a champion player.
There he goes. He's just jagged that one left. So Nightcliff, 11-11-77. The Waratah 7-7-49. 15 gone in the final quarter. And this one is well and truly stitched up.
I'd say so, Nico.
28-point lead. Nightcliff.
So Nightcliff are just rolling up and really pressing now. It's all about field position, keeping the Tars boys pinned down their end.
Here's Jamie Jones. With a kick inside 50 for Nightcliff. And that one's holding the ball. See that player down for Waratah.
I'm not going to say anything after the last effort. We named just about the entire team.
Yeah, that's definitely Cree. Goes with the handball. Out to that outer side. Collis in space, but one's over the line, and Cammy Eilert gives him a little bump on.
That could have escalated. But there's no one over in the tents. So
no.
Nothing happened.
No, that's right. They like to bring it right in front of us, Big Damo.
If it had have happened right here, even Gaz would have jumped the fence.
Yeah, my word.
Would have been on.
Can't wait to see you jump the fence a bit later on tonight. Haley, as we're back on the way. A quick kick coming from that stoppage inside 50. Holt Fitz there being dangerous. Waratah just runs that one over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in 30 around from the Nightcliff goal.
Well, it's petering out a little bit here. Nico?
Yeah, it sure is.
Doesn't seem to be a line over at the bar.
No, it's quieting down. A massive line earlier.
Mid-strength.
Plenty of crew getting around.
Yes, better players, I think. Looking at Nightcliff, obviously, if we start in the back half, I think, Ryan Nyhouse has been a tower of strength at centre-half back today. Tonight, Nick, he's repelled a lot of attacks, and they have that natural run. I've been impressed with Jones back there as well. Through the midfield, Wills was good early. Probably has faded out a little bit. Sean Wilson's been very consistent. Bobbed up and played well. Cam Eilert's been excellent going forward. And Trent Melville just gives you a great contest and a fantastic tunnel. At the end of the funnel, he's there and gives you a contest as well. So I think that he's been pretty serviceable tonight for the Tigers.
Cammy Eilert looks like he's going to get the free kick here, does he? Yes, he is. The great man. Lining up for goal number 3.
For Tars, both the Collis boys have tried their heart out. Probably Tars' best player, I thought, tonight was Magro, probably forward of the centre. Was probably their best. And then you've obviously Robbie Turnbull's done a lot of work through half-back, through the middle of the ground as well. Both the Collises, as I mentioned. Big Gooch has tried hard. He's come through strongly. I think Wilkins, you can build a midfield around the ruckman. I think he does pretty well, and Marsh has always been a competitor. We know that. I've been around the comp long enough and watched Marshy play, so he's always going to give you 100%. But you know, plenty of upside for the Tars tonight. I don't think Nightcliff had kicked another goal there, but I don't think the Waratahs would be overly disappointed. Certainly there's been some stuff that they need to work on, but I think their endeavour and their enthusiasm's been really good.
Cammy Islet just drills his third, if you don't mind. Another impressive night. The great night. Man. Not really. He was rocking the man bun last week. He's let the locks out tonight. I'm not really sure about it. I'm going to have to rev him up in the clubhouse a bit later on. I'm not.
Rocking with the locks out.
Yeah.
It's just doing it Cammy Island. That's it. He does as he pleases, the lad.
Yeah, my word, he can do whatever he wants. Phil Wills with that handball. Nyhouse again. Nice ball coming over the top. Here's Wilson, the speed unit. Gets legged in the end. Umpire has picked that one out. And he's going to come this one back as Phil Wills delivers back to Wilson. Super impressive, this man.
He's had a good game. He'd be nearly pretty close to best on ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Although, as you say that, you can almost turn it over at the drop mark. There from Bowd for Waratah. The stacks on vibe for now. A few high free kicks. Umpire letting it go. And it's a nice play from Robbie Turnbull through the middle. It's a good kick. Up to Magro. Wheels around on the left. He's got a big booming left foot, but he's just dragged it right. And that one's rolling towards the boundary and go out of bounds.
The idea was quick. No, the idea of getting it in quickly was there. Needed just probably a nice big forward. And you sort of think, if I often look at opposition teams and think, well, if that player had played with this lot, they would have had a different result. I think if you had Trent Melville and Cameron Islet in that forward line, it would have been a closer game.
It's just the difference, isn't it?
It's just the difference. And Nightcliff, they've played a lot together, and their poise kicking across the stripe is just a little bit better than Waratah's. But, you know, as I said, Waratah's effort and enthusiasm and, you cannot doubt it. They've had a crack, which all you want to see.
Good presser from Holt Fitz. Even better spoil there from Gooch, and that one goes out of bounds. He'll have a boundary throw in. Yeah, give up the gaspers there.
Gooch certainly lets you know that he's around. He's not the most fashionable looking footballer, but he certainly goes hard, doesn't he? We'll just leave that alone.
My word, he does.
That's a free kick there, should have been.
Back on the way. Kick up to the top of the square. Dangerous kick. Islet flies from behind. Collis mopping up for Waratah, as he always does. And that's a nice kick. And then juggled over the line, was it? That was a mark. So 22 gone. Final quarter. Nightcliff 12-11-83 to Waratah 7-7-49. It's a nice kick into the middle of the ground. They've fallen asleep here for a moment. The Nightcliff defence. On. Haley just paid the power bill.
Just whacked it on the credit card.
Thank you, mate. Kerry Nua drops the mark. He didn't really miss much. That 30 seconds were out. Ball in the middle here. And a quick kick around the corner from Marsh. Up to left half forward. Collis puts a hit on Nyhouse, and that one goes out of bounds.
Smart play, Nyhouse.
The boundary throw.
It's been an interesting contest. I've really enjoyed it, to be honest. Nico, I think that both sides have had a really red-hot crack at it, and Waratahs can take away from this that, you know, they're not that far off it.
35-point lead to Nightcliff as it stands right now. Ball just popping around left half forward. And there we go, full time here at Nightcliff Oval. And, well, Nightcliff too good in the end. 12-12, 84 to Waratah, 7-7, 49. 35-point win to Nightcliff. Haley.
Yeah, good result for the Tigers. Their first win of the season. So after last week's loss to St Mary's, they'll be happy to get out of that game. I don't think there's any injuries on either side, so that's always a benefit, always a positive thing when people get through the game. And as I said, Waratah can be happy with their performance. They won't be satisfied, but they can certainly go away from this one thinking, well, we've got some things to work on, but certainly effort and enthusiasm and endeavour was good. For the Tigers, playing some young players early in the season, they'll be happy with getting that result. And I thought their leaders stepped up well tonight and got the result at home. And Nightcliff pride themselves on trying to win at home.
Yeah, my word, they do. It was a great result. Just going through the goal kickers quickly. Trent Melville
smiling anyway. The coach has got a big smile on his face as he walks past. Bucksy, well done.
Trent Melville's kicked 4, 3 to Cameron Eilert, and then singles to McGregor, Howe, Harper, Holtfitz, and Ryan Moo. Meanwhile, for Waratah, Jaden Magro bobbed up and kicked another 3. He's got 8 for the season. Brody Carroll with 1. Jake Bound with 1. Harrison Kitsky with 1. And young Henry Karanua with 1. Thanks for joining us tonight, Haley. Good debut from you, my friend.
No worries. Thank you. Enjoyed it. Battle of the Beaches, and the spoils go to the Tigers.
My word. Nightcliff 12-12, 84 to Waratah, 7-7, 49. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.